Let's get it. Let's get it. It's popping. It's popping. What's popping? What's popping? Let's get it.
How you doing?
It's good. I can't see you. Oh,
My
shit.
bad. Here we go.
Ah, shit.
Here we go. How you
Damn.
doing,
Can
bro?
you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
It look like it's breaking up your
Should I
connection and
switch?
shit.
Should I switch? Would that be better for your viewers if I switch? Because I'm in
Yeah,
landscape
yeah.
mode.
Turn it horizontal. You got it vertical.
All right. I'm just so used to it.
Right, right. Yeah. Turn it like that right there. Now it's something covering it.
Hold on a second. This is part of like wait for about the landscape. There we go. Now how's
Facts.
that?
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So man, what made you start doing sex working activity, man?
Yeah, yo, so check it out, man. Actually, a long time ago, back in 2012, I just like had this vision where, like, yo, I wanted to be doing something to like change the game. That's that shit. I had this bold theory, like, yo, I wanted to change the game, do something different. You know what I mean? Oh, shout out to my homie Respect the Black Out for joining. You know what I'm saying? If I could, my name is Omari the Rebel. You know what I mean? I
Right.
have this title that my friend Tahoe gave me, Sex Creative. I create content.
Yeah.
I create an experience when people come to my events. And also we create a show where we talk about a whole bunch of things, alternative sexuality. It's
Right.
called Tribe Chat.
Facts, facts. So, like, do you feel like it's my thing about the sex worker thing though? Because now everybody feel like they're a sex worker because they got an OnlyFans or, could they have amateur sex though? Like, do you basically feel like basically you got OnlyFans, you're amateur porn star?
It depends on, you know what I mean, what type of content that you're creating there. If you're posting erotic content on your OnlyFans, then yes, of course. If you self-identify as a sex worker, yes, of course. You know what I mean? I feel like, yo, look, that actually brings me to one thing that I was thinking about. When I looked on the page when we were talking a little bit about like, is this a job? The thing that I really want to get across to everybody is that sex work is work. You know, I talked about that on Horrible Decisions. You know what I mean? Like, you familiar with the state of Washington, D.C.? Same shit with sex workers. Taxation without representation. You know, sex workers, they pay into the economy. They pay
But
taxes.
but explain to everybody what is a sex worker is, what umbrella all this stuff is falls under.
Oh, yeah, sex worker. Yo, listen, anybody who actually derives some of their income, which act as sex based. So if you are a cam girl or a cam performer, because you can be a cam guy. So if you do work on cam, if you see clients, that's what you call full service in person. Like, you know, we don't be saying prostitute anymore. You know what I mean? That's actually a slur. So if you're a dancer, that is a form of sex work. If you are a dom, that is also a form of sex work. If you create adult content and videos, that is a form of sex. If you are a sexual surrogate, you know this that one doesn't come up a lot. Um, you know, a sex therapist, they might see you as a client, and you may have to work towards certain anatomical issues, right? So they'll
Uh-huh.
assign you a human being that will consent and agree to help you work with some of the treatment as, you know what I mean, a surrogate for the body. And these people, they're called sexual surrogates. That's sex work.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Uh, but what I'm saying though, most of these sex workers they don't file taxes or whatever. So what are they going? They don't get
Yes,
health
we do.
benefits or
Yeah, we do.
anything.
If you actually are working on OnlyFans, you do. As a matter of fact, there's a woman. Her name is Daisy Does Taxes. She specifically is a sex worker and will help you file your taxes. There's also a financial expert right here in Brooklyn in BK. Her name is Mia Lee. She actually helped us file our taxes this year.
But do they come with benefits? These sex workers, like the strippers or whatever the case may be, when they get sick or whatever, they don't have Medicare or health. They don't plan to none of that shit. So what are they gonna do when they fall in hard times? Because they can't sell their body forever.
Because here's the situation. All right, I'm gonna address that. I don't have that shit now in a vanilla job. What you're describing, I don't have that now. Ain't that some bullshit?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So what we're doing is, first of all, I'm glad that you brought that up because part of I have organizations and things who we work with to help reach out to sex workers who don't have things like that. So as far as a retirement plan and stuff like that, what we need to do is we're working with like they got this thing called the Freedom of Speech Coalition. They're trying to get us a lobby, like how like corn has lobby. Porn should have lobby. So this way we'll be able to federally get recognized as a union, and that way we'll be able to apply for certain things like that. Because you're right, my friend, she's injured, and she's an independent contractor. That's why they're not able to do that. But then there's a whole lot of people who aren't sex workers who are also getting fucked over just like us. You know what I'm saying? So we see this as a labor issue, and we're standing with them so that we make sure that everybody's getting paid for their labor. You know what I'm saying? Because that only helps to serve the function of inequality that keeps pushing the top percent up. Because people are exploiting labor. You know what I'm saying? And sex work, it gives people the autonomy to be able to do what they want to do and get paid. And also, when you bring up OnlyFans, we have a black-owned version of OnlyFans. You know that, right?
I didn't even know that. I don't get into OnlyFans, but what is the black version of OnlyFans?
It's called Excite Money. You get 90% of the money that you make. A lot of the things that we talk about as far as what you need to do to perform in your content are not allowed anymore on OnlyFans. You cannot have sex outside. You cannot smoke in the video on OnlyFans. You actually can't have somebody in the video. Well, saying that Excite Money, but you can't have somebody in the video that's not on OnlyFans. Can't do that. All of those things. The reason why it's really important for them to follow those rules is because you'll lose your platform, and if you lose your OnlyFans, you lose your money. So we have a black-owned version. You can put your content up there, and we give health insurance.
Right, right. But basically, nowadays these people, for some reason, why you think everybody all of a sudden, all the females want to be sex workers nowadays? They want to do OnlyFans. They don't want to work 9 to 5. Why you think that is?
Well, I don't think they all do, bro. No matter how much that you may feel like we're going to move progressively into the society, what you're seeing is women have more choices. And I know we can both agree that it's always dope when women have the power over their own bodies the way they want to. Because here's what happens when you go and apply for a job, you're selling your labor. So what that job market is a limited way for you to monetize your labor. Sex work says, "Yo, listen, fuck, I want to do that." You can monetize the labor the way you want to, and then you can describe how you want to get paid. Some people just you look at their feet. Hey, that's a way to get money. Some people they just actually do these things called humiliation videos. Like women get paid to talk about how small your dick is. Like that's a fucking job. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do you feel like basically the moral compass is basically out the window right now?
No, I think it's the opposite. The moral compass is getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Because we got us. We listen. Now a woman. Think about this right now. The respect that we have for sex workers, right? We have less respect. We have less respect for drug dealers in comparison than we did now. Sex workers are not lying to anybody. Contrary to popular belief, you enter an agreement, you consent to it, and you discuss the pay. And if that's what you want to, get. That's what's giving us more because now people are able to be all of who they are, and we're paying people right. Now people can do this safely. So now the terms and the situations where people are able to perform sex work are safer and healthier. So this is why. And like we're getting smarter now. We understand that some you have sex, I have sex. We're not. There's nothing to be ashamed of. That's exactly where we, you know what I mean, where we need to be.
Uh, wow. Okay. Okay. And how many years you put in work doing this?
I mean, like I said, I started in 2012 on and off. You know what I'm
Okay, so your
saying?
figure is
I'm trying, like, because a lot of times, just like how I can tell you, life gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? But I am on a journey myself. I try to do what I can to the best quality. I even try to do things that people don't even necessarily care of to do. You know what I'm saying? This is a really competitive field,
right.
so you're gonna need every advantage to stick out. I try to focus on high quality. You know what I mean? And acting. You know what I mean? I might take the acting a little further. You know what I mean? Really get into a role. You know what I mean? I want you, or I might fuck around and have you believe that I'm actually a different character and shit. Switch up
Right.
my accent and stuff like that.
Okay, and with that being said, do you feel like with being a sex worker and all, and with being it, do you think that this is inspiring the next generation to figure, hell, I ain't need to work either. I might as well just go ahead and basically have sex on camera, though. But I feel like it's a gateway for prostitution and thottery, though. That's my opinion on OnlyFans and stuff.
Prostitution is a slur. And if that's full service work is what you want to do, then that's fine. Because in order for them to be people selling their bodies, there have to be people buying them. And if these people are also a part in this ecosystem of sex work, why aren't those people under scrutiny? Because they're consuming it. And why are we putting sex work? You know what I'm saying? Why does sex work get the scrutiny that it does, but drug dealers don't? A lot of people who want to do a sex
Well,
work, you
but
actually
people are
can go
wanting to buy
places to do
drugs.
it.
Wait, slow down. People want to buy drugs, though.
And
Can't
people
make
want to buy sex too.
That's true. It's true. I mean,
But here's the thing.
but the
People
drug
who,
dealer, the pharmacist and the drug dealer are the same thing. One person went to college, the other person did. America wants you
well,
hooked to their drugs.
but here's the thing. When I was a drug dealer, I knowingly was giving somebody a product that I know was killing me.
Okay.
I knew that. And it was okay. I knew I was hurting somebody. I knew I was doing something that I wouldn't want to do anything to somebody that I care about. Me now, I can't say that. I'm not doing something that's hurting anybody. We've been able to help people. You know what I'm saying? There's a constituency of sex workers who not only through what we have to do, like we stick together or something. We stick together, and now
That was my
we
phone. That
even
was
get
my
back
phone.
to oh my, we got an organization called SWAT Brooklyn where if you're a sex worker and if you're watching this, if you're a sex worker and you live in New York, you can qualify for a stipend.
Okay.
That's money.
Right.
It's
But
free, not a loan. You get money. You know what I'm saying? That's aside from other help. You know what I mean? Like every Friday, we're giving out clothes and food and shit like this. So when people
right.
had, like, one of the things that I say is like, yo, look, I get how they feel.
Wait a
But when
minute,
it
though.
comes to that, who is giving up every Friday
But wait. Listen. Though. On
in
that
the
note,
hood?
but wait. Slow down. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Well, this is what I'm saying, though. When you get 65 and you're not working a real job and you're not able to put in money for Social Security or whatever, what are you gonna do when you get 65 or older? What are you gonna
What you
do?
do is this, though. It's the same thing that you would do if you're a rapper or any other trade
Well,
that
rappers make
actually,
way more money than porn stars. You can't compare the same, though.
it depends on which rapper. Because who makes more than who? Because there are
So
certain
let's stick
rappers.
to the topic, though. Let's
Somebody
stick to the
who's
topic. Let's
hold
stick to
on,
the topic.
I am. But what I'm saying is, check this out. A rapper in the mainstream, maybe, but no rapper makes as much money as my friend Gogo. Fuck me, trust me. She's paid.
Back to the question at hand.
And what you're going to do is, this is why you need to talk to my friend Mia Lee. She is a sex worker and a financial expert. She has a degree. You can go on her OnlyFans and she'll tell you when you should invest. Like one section will be, you should invest in this and this and this and that. Another complete section will be crypto. One section will be real estate. It should be whether or not you should advance in this business. Because, sex workers, they're humans. So they have
But
plenty
wait,
of
but,
other
but,
stuff to focus.
but listen, dude. I mean, everybody say invest, but the average person is
Mm-hmm.
making at least about 40 something $1,000 a year. So what money are they truly investing in? What investments are they making? If you only make $40,000 a year, the average person. especially the average black man, is making about less than 45 a year.
Well,
So what investment?
sex work may afford you this like ability to be able to make more, and depend on if you have a large presence. Not only does sex worker be able to give you the ability to monetize your labor, but it gives you to monetize your image. Like for example, it opens doors where, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You can monetize your YouTube, and then if you're on a podcast, it's about telling everybody I gotta do this. This is why we do it like this. I ain't want to. I was slow to get onto this,
But can you answer
but
the
yeah,
question though? I feel like you're rambling though. Stick to the question though, family.
I am. I'm telling you, these are the things that are, as a sex worker, you're more public. You get more visibility. So this is a couple of things that you get to monetize. Aside from getting the opportunity to reach out to certain people and open certain doors to learn about like things about investing and stuff like that, you're also able to monetize ways. And I guess what normal people, it will be slower to do. Like we're selling clothes and things like that, and we have events and things like that. You also get paid for consultations. If somebody wants to learn to be a sex worker, that's another way to make income. And also, you got to save your money as well.
Okay, how much money are you making a month off doing your job?
I mean, it varies. It's different things, man. Like, if I have an event, I gotta add that in. You know what I'm saying? There's slow days. There's and these seasons are they're you know what I'm saying? When people have bread, it depends. Like I'm on a level where I was on a level where like yo, it could be like a 9 to 5 income, like what you would think like what the average like 9 to 5 income every week, depending on how you had it set. Like I was on moving like that at one point if I wasn't counting the events and like the like podcast money and like YouTube money.
Oh, okay. No, okay, got you. And but I'm saying, what is the dollar amount you making though?
The dollar amount? Well, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that Big told me is, yo, you'll never let nobody hold how much exactly how much money you hold. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're visible. You may open yourself up to, you know what I mean?
You had said a whole bunch of, you just had a whole bunch of shit, but you didn't answer the question. How much dollar amount are you making a month?
How much dollar amount I'm making a month?
Yes.
I'll let you know privately.
Okay. Well, can you tell us? Well, I guess you ain't. Can you tell us what you make annually?
Annually?
Yeah.
I gotta check that too, man. For real. Because like I said, it's the sex work is so complex, there's so many different revenue streams.
And how old you is?
35.
Okay. Do you feel like basically with sex worker, anybody can do this job? Anybody can be a sex worker?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to do sex work. I feel like if you want to and you try, yes, you can. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily believe it's easy though. Like it's for anybody. Just like any other field, it takes practice and dedication and things like that, and a little bit of research and information.
Right. Okay.
I would say
Uh,
anybody who wants to try,
but
anybody who's
anybody can
trying.
have sex on camera, though, don't you think?
What did you say?
You think anybody can have sex on camera, don't you think?
No,
Why not?
because I've seen people fuck it up, man. Nah, I've seen people try and fuck that shit up. It's so difficult. First of all, the lights, they're hot. Second of all, you got to be able to perform on cue on time. You got to be able to get hard when it's time. You have to be able to stay hard when it's time. And you have to be able to nut. Then also, you're going to have sex with all, what you're having is performance of sex. In a lot of different positions, when there's people around, putting lights on you, so you're in a very pressured environment. So you're going to have to be able to be, I'm sorry, you got to stay focused. You got to know your body and all that type of shit. And also, you got to stay working out and shit and wear a whole bunch of different outfits and costumes. It's a lot.
Okay. Right. You ever caught an STD from doing your business?
From doing the business,
Yeah.
no.
Uh,
I think
privately
that,
though?
hmm?
Privately?
I think I might have, you know what I'm saying, years ago been exposed to such, but like that's part of the thing that we need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Being sex positive and talking about sex positivity is not just about fucking. It's also about consent and sexual health. And part of sexual health is destigmatizing things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
knowing that the conversation about being sex positive and a conversation about testing and stuff like that, we're gonna have those conversations and people are more comfortable. And to get people more comfortable, we have to do away with bullshit language like calling people dirty and shit like that.
Right,
We know that like now we're at a place where I'm glad you said that. Like I have a friend who's been living with HIV for 20 years and actually I'm thinking of having her come on the show to tell her story. I
mm,
also have a mother who her job is to work with women who are living with HIV.
mm. Wow, wow, interesting. Uh, well, with that being said, though, I forgot what I was about to say. Wow, being a sex worker. Okay, forgot what I was about to say just now. Uh, I just think it like this right here, though. I know it's the oldest profession in the business, and I know it's been out there for a while, though. But do you feel like basically like a sex object doing that?
No, I feel like a sex object, here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm entering into a consensual agreement a lot of times and I agree to perform. You have to like want to be visible. It's like an exhibitionism has to be part of your kink. You have to enjoy putting on a show, enjoy entertaining people. So like, nah. What is a sex object is like when I was thinking about some of the language that I think when it was like talking about women belonging to the street.
Mm-hmm.
A sex object is when you take the humanity and agency out.
Mm,
Saying that somebody belongs to the streets is treating them like a sex object because you took away their agency. They're, when you fuck a woman or if it's y'all or however the situation is, we gotta get to understand that like you don't share a pussy. That pussy still belongs to her.
mm. Okay, okay. Why you feel like the female porn stars make more than the males?
Man, they should. Fuck it, let them have it. We men, you know that, get paid more than women in every other field.
Wait, wait,
Let
wait, wait,
them.
wait, wait. Stop right there. I gotta stop you right there. That's not true.
It's
Women,
not
men. Listen,
okay.
I'm about to explain. I'm about to explain. I'll let you go. Men get paid in fields that are the most dangerous. Women take jobs that they like. Men take jobs that are highly dangerous.
But
But
we have historically, which is not up for debate, been stopping them from having certain jobs. They say, "Hey, I want to do it." No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Look at how
that's
long
not
it's been.
necessarily. That's not
I,
necessarily
I've
true,
worked in
though.
it. I worked in an army base, 2 Bravo in Brooklyn, and there are women who want to serve in what they call combat arms. When you used to try to go and listen to the army, you would put a little asterisk by combat arms. Those were banned for women for so long, and now they can. You know what I'm saying? A woman actually makes 73 cents on a dollar, and a
Wait,
black woman actually gets paid 68 cents on a
listen,
73 cents for doing the
listen.
same damn job.
Listen. The jobs that pay well is science, technology, engineering, and math. Those are the jobs that pay well. Women don't take
Hmm.
those careers. So this gender pay gap is not gender pay gap. It's based off the fields that pay the best. Women take fields in the lower paying fields like education and medical. Men don't take those jobs because there ain't that much money in education and medical. Those ain't where the money at.
What I would do is I would love to introduce you to a lot of the ladies that I know in that field who can tell you how difficult it is for them to try to get up, how difficult it is for them to be in STEM and try to get paid as much as the men are. Their experiences, how hard it is to get promoted, and this long, like I've been talking, like I've talked to women. You
That's
know what
not
I'm
true.
saying?
But that's not true though. You telling me how you feel. I'm giving you the stats and
I'm not telling
statistics.
you how I feel.
But the
If I,
stats.
as a matter of fact, I'm
But
gonna show
listen,
you a,
listen.
I'm
The
gonna show
stats
you,
and statistics are
I'm gonna
showing
show you
otherwise. Though.
statistics. I can show you statistics.
I can show you statistics as well.
I
Though
can
they
show
can
you statistics.
calculate
How
though.
many women are in Congress right now?
You said
You
what?
think they don't care, especially with what's going on? You think women are not trying to get in those positions?
This is
A
what I'm
woman
saying,
can't
though.
be.
Men choose the dangerous job, though, and nobody talks about that. Men die from dangerous jobs all the time, but nobody
Yes,
cares.
but we also stop the women from participating with us, though. We
And
have
what
done that.
and what feels though? What do you mean?
We've done that in the army, dude. You can Google that right now. That's just
But
one
wait,
example.
wait. About the military. Did you know that
Hmm.
every 18-year-old boy has to get drafted? They still haven't passed a law yet that every 18-year-old female has to sign up for selective services. They still haven't passed that law yet. They still haven't passed it. So every 18-year-old in America has to sign up for selective service. If there were to be a major war, you have to get drafted and die for the country. Females ain't got to do that. Millions of men die in combat all in these wars like Vietnam and World War I and Two. Millions of men died. No women haven't died in those wars. The men
Yeah.
built the infrastructure and the country.
Well, here's the thing. As men, maybe we should stop fucking killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
We was
that's
taught
one
to
thing.
kill. We was taught to kill. We was taught to put our
By
lives on the
who?
line.
By other
We was
men,
taught
right?
to be. Wait, listen. Society has taught men these social brides to be unpaid bodyguards and to be killers in war. We were taught to be the disposable sex for society.
Is that what you want?
No, that ain't what I want. Because, but what I'm saying is, you saying what women going through, but they're fighting for equality, but they're not fighting for equality. They're only fighting for things that they don't like or whatever, so they can say about double standards. But they only don't like double standards. They don't fit them. They don't fit them.
Women getting paid less isn't worth fighting for.
How are they getting paid
Women
less?
losing
They're
their
not.
right
They're
to
not
choose
doing
isn't
the
worth
jobs I
fighting
just
for.
said. But listen, they're not doing the jobs I said: science,
They
technology,
are.
engineering, and math. Women don't do those jobs.
Okay, so you mean to tell me that you went all your life thinking that women don't do STEM? The reason why, hold on, how could you say that when a woman invented the bulletproof vest? When a woman invented the laser printer? When a woman is the reason why a white man, a black woman, is her science put a man on the moon? That was years ago. Like a black woman did that. And what makes you think that they stopped doing that now?
I'm saying the men built the country and built the infrastructure of the world, and men do 97% of the dangerous jobs in society to keep us safe. That's what I'm saying.
But we've been fucking up now because women have been on the front lines and shit like this, keeping me safe, keeping our black asses safe.
No, men have
When
kept
police
you safe.
come,
The men,
blood,
men
like
be
you
the
know what I'm saying,
police
3
all.
black women
Wait,
started the
wait, wait,
organization.
wait.
And if
Slow
you
down,
think
slow down,
so, if you
slow
think
down,
that
slow down,
women
slow down.
haven't been doing that, you need to
Wait.
check. Wait, no, hold on.
No,
If you think
well,
that
it's my
women
show. It's
haven't
my
been,
show. Wait a minute. Listen, men have been police officers, firefighters. Men are construction workers. They are the most fishermen. Those men keep this country moving around and keeping us safe night and day. The men are doing it, not the women. Men do these dangerous jobs we see every day, not the women. I'm just giving you the facts. Though. You tell me how you feel. I'm giving you the real.
okay,
You
so
know,
quote your statistic on where that comes from. Because I'm telling you, if I got to look that up, I can tell you what the ACLU says. I can tell you where the facts come from because they've studied this. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like women, like they don't get the credit, like if women haven't been keeping us safe, you need to check out Harriet Tubman because she was a fucking woman
there's only a
bringing
fair few.
your black ass and my black ass to safety,
But I'm saying though,
risking her
I'm
life.
saying I'm not saying all.
She
I'm
was the
saying
war. She was
majority.
America's first spy. What you're talking about? She was the
Listen.
first spy in the country, in history of the country. A
But
black
listen,
woman.
but listen. Majority of the men has been keeping us safe. There's very few women who've been doing it. It's very few in between. But the
What
men
about
do
Angela
the dangerous
Davis and
jobs.
Assata Shakur?
But the men built this
They're
country.
they're women in the Black Panther Party.
I mean, we can agree to disagree on that, though. I mean, hey, my statistics show me otherwise, though. My stats and data show me this. Men is keeping me safe. Men. The men are dying all the time. The men are putting their lives on the line. The men are doing these heroic efforts day and night, not the women. Right?
Saying that men have done this and make sacrifices and such is true, but the fact that women haven't have been there, they actually have. And a lot of the reasons why they haven't been there is because we have been stopping them. When they tell us, hey, I want to do this, we tell them, no, you can't. And the reason why they're catching up is because they say, you know what, fuck that. Fuck you saying no, you can't. I'm gonna do it anyway. Like,
That's not necessarily true though. The fact of the
how is it
matter
not
is,
necessarily true? If I pull up all right, so you apologize if I pull up a letter right now from NASA that says, I'm sorry, Hillary Clinton, you can't be an astronaut because you're a girl. So if I pull up something right now and I show you
listen,
that
listen. I
NASA
read.
wrote a letter that has
I'm
saying,
reading books
you
on
can't
this.
because you're a girl.
I'm reading this all the time. I'm reading stats and statistics all the time.
All
Women
right.
only want double standards that don't benefit them. Now we can agree to disagree on that though. Women choose women only hate double standards that don't fit them or benefit them. They don't want to do these dangerous jobs or these worst jobs or whatever because it doesn't fit them. They want to do jobs that are less dangerous and require less. They decide not to work longer hours as men. That's another factor why men get paid more because men work longer hours and they commute more. And they're willing to spend more time on their job to provide for the family. The women ain't doing that because they're at the home. So they rely on the men to provide for the family. They rely on the men to provide for their wives. The men are supposed to provide for the wives in the household. So it's all centered around the men, though. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I know people are really obsessed with that idea. You know what I'm saying? Of centering men, and I know that's so core to so many people's identity that they can't even fathom it being anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like hearing, like, you know what I mean? I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I mean? But I'm just hoping that, like, I've been blessed to learn so much in my life and to meet so many different type of people, and those be women.
Right,
And
right. And this is the next question,
and
too, I got.
hold on, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I've been blessed to know,
Uh,
exactly what the contributions women can make and they have been making. And that
right.
does shape my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I get to see this, but then I also get to see certain information, like the pink tax. You know what that is, right?
I don't know, but wait. I got a couple more before I let you go.
All
How
right.
come when men fail to protect, how come when men fail to protect, we persecute the man, but when the woman fails to protect, we protect the woman?
I didn't see.
You said what?
Well, I didn't see this one. I mean, as far as like in the realm of what I got here for, but like a lot of that has to come from like an assumption. You know what I'm saying? As far as I don't know who we are because this is not a part of that's not a part
Society.
of what I do.
Society.
Okay, not my society. We don't do that over here. Like,
One,
but you know what I'm saying? All right, but to answer your question, as long as you stay in that type of realm, you know what I'm saying, where there's this dichotomy where being a man has to mean this and being a woman has to mean this, then you're always gonna limit yourself where like, oh, we can't do, you know what I'm saying? The women in my life over here, you should come join us over here. They allow everybody, and there's non-binary people over here, people who don't identify as either. You know what I'm saying? We love everybody over here, and as long as people get to be all of who they are, it's like, all right, it might not be strong today,
wait. We'll
or it
stick
might
to
be
the
strong
question.
today.
We'll stick to the question, though, what I'm saying.
Like I said, because you're living. I mean, when you're living in that world, that's like back in like the 1650s. You're gonna be still stuck on 1650s rules, and that sucks. Like living in a world. If you want to live in a world where only black people are capable of doing this, then part of the byproduct of that shit is gonna be shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to live like that, yo, maybe try something different. Try something different.
Okay. Would you want, do your family know what you do? Like, that you're a sex worker?
I mean, some do, some don't really give a fuck because, like me, I'm an unapologetic loudmouth, man. So I overshare with more people. I don't want to know about this like that. You know what I'm saying? But with like part of like us like not having like shame and shit like that, it's easy for us to talk about shit. It's easy for me to share anything and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Mm.
we be close when we know like with my mom's and first she was like testing people and shit like this and stuff like that, and so part of like how we grew up a little different. I grew up in an artist family and shit, so we able to talk more. So like most of them we able to talk. A lot of people don't give a fuck, and it's 2022. Like my IG, you can just click on.
Right. Who you think bigger cop blockers, men or women?
I don't know. That's a good question. You know what I'm saying? I don't think too much about binary. I want to say men could be because the one thing that men would have is that men could fuck up their selves more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if we put that in the numbers, as far as like this, like you fucking it up for somebody else, somebody fucking it up for you, but you will fuck it up for yourself more than the other sex will fuck it up for themselves more. So that got to go into the equation.
Mm. And when you prepare for a scene, are you taking pills to stay hard, or what is you doing? Like, what are you doing?
I'm taking the pills of life, man.
So you don't take no pills to stay up, or
Haven't tried that yet. I
okay,
actually want to try it.
okay. Cause I thought y'all was getting them gas station pills or some shit, like you know what I'm saying, from the gas station type
Well, I
shit.
can't speak for everybody, you know what I'm saying? But no, there's some black owned pills that are natural and safer and such. That I had somebody named King Hef. He came on my show. They called the God Dick pill. They black. Yo, I talked about that on my show. But I haven't tried that. But I was curious about trying that shit.
Mm. Right. And I think I had a conversation with somebody else before. That when you see porn or whatever, picking up girls or whatever, that's not like in real life. They don't go around in a van like Bang Bros picking up random girls and making it
Nah.
seem like it's real type shit. Can you explain to everybody that's fake or whatever?
Well, porn is a fantasy, and now what we're trying to do is now since there's so much people producing adult content, it's like we can of course say, yo, look, man, this is performative sex. You know what I'm saying? If you're having sex for real, I can tell you, don't do, you can probably learn interesting ideas from porn, but you need to prioritize pleasure over performance, not like what you see what we're doing. But I try to balance that out by making my content seem a little bit more naturalistic. So as more people are watching, it throw the little out there type of fantasies, but then also I want to take a little responsibility and make my shit dope. Like give the women characters actual names and ideas and shit. It's not just her laying there on the bed.
Right. And since you're doing like professional, like you ain't just got the ring light and cutting in your iPhone, you actually got real cameras, I'm assuming, right?
I don't want to seem like an asshole about that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I'm like, me personally, the one thing I don't ever want to go on whether it's somebody OnlyFans or their website. I don't like the feeling of you've been through like a girl's phone and she just got like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to feel like that. I don't. That's a different feeling. That's when you're going through somebody's phone and you're looking at, oh shit. No, no. I want my shit to actually be some shit that make you wish that you were in the fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Haven't done the phone thing. You know what I'm saying? Haven't actually even held the camera myself. There was always somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And now we want to take it to the next, the shit that I'm trying to do. If I explain it to you, you're gonna be like, okay, bro, nah, that shit ain't even necessary for porn, bro. Like that's the type of shit I'm trying to be on.
Facts. And okay. And are you on the professional level or amateur level?
Yo, I always want to leave room for growth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I will say the amateur level, but I just try to learn what I can. Like I learn things about filmmaking and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like how I pick my photographer and such is like, yeah, I want somebody dope. I'm amateur, but I go, hey, you see that little grid? What you talking about? That grid on your camera? The one with the with the 9 boxes? What is that for? What does that do? Depending on how the fuck you answer that question will determine whether or not I want to shoot with you. If you don't know what the fuck that shit does, I'm gonna be like, okay.
Facts. Right. What you mean by that though? You don't know what the fuck that like.
Well, I'm probably giving away the cheat code and shit. It just seems so rudimentary. That's the all right. Every camera has this thing called the rule of thirds grid on it, and you know that because you're a photographer. Everybody knows that, and you know what that shit is for. Now, like there's certain spots that you're supposed to be on. You learn that in filmmaking. Unless a certain other situation, then you're supposed to be in other spots. You know that because you're a cameraman. You know what I'm saying? It helps keep this is how they film cinematically, the space that you're supposed to be in. People know that type of shit about that and lighting and shit like that.
Right, right. Hey man, appreciate you stepping on the platform, big homie.
Yeah, man.
We out to, we out to.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Where you from?
From Florida, man.
Florida.
Down south, man. I was up there in New York though, couple like last month.
Yeah. Florida's
Oh
really
yeah.
the spot because this is where Exotica is. A lot of you met a lot of people down there. A lot of sex workers.
Right. I was on Manhattan side. I was on the good side of New York when I went up there and shit. So yeah, man. Till next time though, we out you.
Yeah, man.